Let's take a look at this problem. On my tablet. There it is. So I'm given tangent alpha is equal to 7 over 24. And it says it's between pi and 3 pi over 2. Well, here's pi and here's 3 pi over 2, so this would be this quadrant. And we're given cosine beta is equal to negative 8 over 17. And that's from pi over 2 to pi. Pi over 2 to pi would be this quadrant. And then they want us to find sine of alpha plus beta. Different letter, but it's plus, so we want sum identities, and we're looking at sine. So I'm going to replace x with alpha and y with beta. So this becomes sine alpha cosine beta plus cosine alpha sine beta. So these are the 4 items we need. So let's start off with alphas. They give us tangent. So I got tangent alpha is equal to 7 over 24. But look at what quadrant it's in. It's in quadrant 3. In quadrant 3, everything is negative, which means this becomes negative 7 over negative 24. Now, remember, tangent is y over x, so that's y, and this is x. So we need to find r. So we got r squared is equal to x squared plus y squared. So we got r squared is equal to negative 24 squared plus negative 7 squared. So r squared is equal to 576 plus 49. So r squared is equal to 625. Now we'll drop our squared and we put a plus or minus square root on the other side. Remember, r is always positive, so I drop the negative, and square root of 625 is 25. Now for alpha, we need sine alpha and cosine alpha. Sine alpha is going to equal to y over r. Y we said was negative 7, and r is 25. And we also need cosine alpha, which is x over r. And x was negative 24, and r is 25. Okay, now let's move on to the betas. They give us cosine beta is equal to negative 8 over 17. And cosine is x over r. So we need to find y. So we got r squared is equal to x squared plus y squared. R we said is 17, so we got 17 squared plus x, which is negative, not plus, equals negative 8 squared plus y squared. 17 squared is 289 equals negative 8 squared is 64 plus y squared. Take the 64 over, so I got 289 minus 64 is equal to y squared. That gives us 225. Okay, in square root property, I'll flip these around, but I'll put y over here. Square root property says you drop your squared, you put a plus or minus square root on the other side. This one I actually remember from before. Square root 225 is 15. Now the question is what sine is. We said beta is in quadrant 2, and the y values are positive there. So y is going to equal to a positive 15. Now we got cosine beta, we just need sine beta in this case. Sine is going to equal to y over r, and y we just said was 15 and r is 17. So now we have the 4 pieces of information we need. We have sine alpha, we have cosine alpha, we have sine beta, and we were given cosine beta. So to plug them into our formula, sine alpha was negative 7 over 25. Cosine beta was negative 8 over 17. Plus cosine alpha, which is negative 24 over 25, times sine beta, which is 15 over 17. It gives us 56 over 425 minus 24 times 15 gives us 360 over 425. Let's subtract top parts. 56. I shouldn't have to do that. Negative 304, but let's see. 56 minus 360. Negative 304 over 425. And since 425 is only the prime factorization is 5 times 5 times 17, you can't simplify that. But you would try if you could.